Alright everybody, I'm going to tell you the top 5 reasons why you may want to look at buying a base model truck for RV travel. So as you can see behind us, we actually own a base model 2018 Ram 2500 with a 6.7 Cummins. And we opted to look at purchasing a base model truck. So we're going to give you maybe the top 5 reasons why you may want to look at something like this. The number one reason why you may want to look at a base model truck for RV travel is cost. Uh, Obviously, less options. You're going to be getting out a lot cheaper. We got this truck, and it has a couple of features, not a lot though. With a regular tradesman, you typically get the vinyl seats and you get the vinyl flooring. We have cloth seats and we have carpet, and then we also have keyless entry. But besides that, this is pretty much a base model tradesman truck. But we looked at some of the higher end models, and the fully loaded ones were actually $20,000 to $25,000 more than this base model truck, and it still performs well for what we needed to do. It does not take away anything from the towing or anything like that. And with that extra $20,000, you may be able to put that into your RV, or like us, that pretty much costs as much as our trailer costs. So we definitely looked heavily at the cost factor when looking at the base model truck, and it just seemed a little bit more attractive to us. And also, when you're looking at a base model truck, you may be able to get into that diesel that obviously we know is an upcharge, and then having a fully loaded or a semi-fully loaded vehicle in gas might be the difference. You might be able to get into that diesel motor that you want and maybe just have less options. So obviously it's wherever you want to spend your money, but cost is definitely a big reason for that. And our number 2 reason why you may want to look at a base model truck for RV travel, less options equal more payload. So when I say that, obviously a truck that has got a lot more options, a lot more features, a lot more things going on the inside to power and run those things has added weight, and added weight to a truck will take away from that payload. Now we have in our 2500 Ram here, we have about 2250 for our payload. Obviously, if we had the gas version, we would have more payload because the gas motor weighs a lot less than the diesel. If I had a fully loaded 2500, I probably am not going to have those payload numbers. It's probably going to go down, as the same with a 3500. Doesn't really matter. More options you put into a vehicle, inevitably that weight's got to get taken away somewhere, and it will cause less payload. So that's tip number 2 on why you should look at a base model truck for RV travel. And our third reason on why a base model truck is great for RV travel, less options equals less issues with electronics. So essentially what I'm saying here is the newer trucks with the built-in navigation and the heated seat warmers and all that stuff, it's all integrated into the dash. You've got all the different sensors and options and cameras and all those different things. It definitely makes for more electronics in your vehicle, and those are some areas where maybe you might have some issues down the road. Maybe something fails and it makes it more difficult to actually use those options. Like if your touch screen goes out in your navigation, I can't even imagine what it would cost to replace one of those built-in screens. Whereas our unit here doesn't have navigation. It's just got the little 4-inch screen with the backup camera, and it does basic functions, and all the heating controls are actually right below the screen there, and everything's nothing's really digitally push touchscreen integrated. So we have less things that could happen down the road. So that's our number 3 reason on why a base model truck is something you should maybe look at for RV travel. Now, our number 4 reason why you may want to look at a base model truck for RV travel, you might find a little bit more room for negotiation. I know a lot of people are looking for those fully loaded vehicles on the lots and stuff like that. And maybe you might be able to get into something like this maybe a little bit cheaper because maybe it's not as a desirable of a unit. We bought our truck in 2019 in the spring after the model year had already cycled and passed, and this was a 2018 leftover, and we got a really good deal on it just because the fact that it was a tradesman, and not many people were looking for those. They had maybe a couple of higher end ones, but they had a lot of base model tradesmen, which made it a little bit easier for us to negotiate. And we actually negotiated fairly well, and I know for certain that we got this truck for a screaming deal. I'm not going to say what it was, but it was good, trust me. But that's another reason why you may want to look at a base model truck. So our last reason that you may want to look at a base model truck for travel, if you are wanting to customize these things, put the options on at a fraction of your price and customize it after you've already gotten it. Now, a lot of people probably don't want to monkey and fiddle with their truck, but if you're comfortable with doing some basic work on some of these vehicles and getting that base model, you can put some of these options in afterwards. Now, don't take that completely to heart. There are options that you will not be able to put on this thing aftermarket. But if you want to put a leather interior, you can probably get a cat skin or something for that for a fraction of the price, probably about $1,000. If you want to put that in-dash DVD navigation system in here, you can do that. Probably, if you did it yourself with materials and everything, probably $600 to $800. If you wanted to put that remote start on there, obviously there's some places out there that will probably do it for you for probably $500 to $800, maybe even a little bit less. I don't know. I haven't looked at that option yet, but I'm pretty sure it's probably reasonable. Putting navigation, remote start, and a leather interior in this thing, a couple $1,000. And then if you were to buy that up front from the dealer, you're looking probably $10,000 to $15,000 minimum for those types of upgrades. So you can save that money and do your upgrades down the road, so you don't have to pay that upfront cost as well. You can maybe do a little bit here and a little bit there. We've pretty much kept this truck stock for the most part. We put on a set of running boards on this thing for a couple $100 off of eBay, but other than that, it's pretty much stock, and we're probably going to look at maybe doing some navigation and a couple of other upgrades down the road, but we didn't need all that stuff to get going. And obviously we preach that a lot. It's not what you have, it's just whatever you got to get you out there and to make those memories. And buying a base model truck may give you some more money to be able to do some more experiences. So if you got value out of this video, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps us out. Make sure you are subscribed to our channel. Make sure you get all those notifications of all the travel that we do, modifications, reviews, destination travel, camping, tips, tricks, the whole thing. We do it all here, and until then, we appreciate the support, and we'll see you guys in the next video.